So Crowfoot was the best teacher in the mission, and I thought I was the best teacher in the world, you know, when I first got there, because like I said before, when I was in the MTC, I had realized that I was different because I had spent the last year preparing myself, whereas these other guys, they were just, it was like the first day of school. Like, they didn't know what was going on when they were in the MTC. And then when I got into Kaysville, it, like, my companion Stanley, he recognized my teaching ability, and it was like we were kind of like on the same level, even though he was out for like 18 months when we started. So it was like I was at like the level of like an 18-month missionary when I first started my missionary service. So, but then when I got with Crowfoot, Noble Crowfoot, he was the best teacher in the whole mission. So, like, I literally didn't even talk most of the time. Like, there was a point one night, probably like 2 weeks into like our time as companions, and we just come home from a long day, and I had just finished journaling, and I think he was writing something in his journal, and he was in the kitchen, and I walked in and I was like, yo, I can't even get a word out. Like, I didn't know I don't know how to even be a partner or a companion with you, because like literally we would go walk up on people. They're just like on their porch, right? We just walk up because we're just walking around the city, and he would just start asking questions about like their religious history and all this kind of stuff, and just blowing my mind about like how he was connecting it back to them. And like he would ask them about certain experiences in their lives. Like, he was like legit on some other stuff. Like, got that like Native American, Indian, like, and he wasn't even like a red-skinned Indian. He was more like a Eskimo type. Like, he was more like the Eskimo, like Asian, like white or like yellow kind of. He looked like he was like Chinese kind of almost, but he was like not, obviously. So yeah, I don't know what it was. He just had a way of communicating with people in a very heartfelt and authentic way. And it must have something to do with, because his family relationships were different. Like, he was from a culture that is very close to nature and very close to each other. Like, they have like part of the culture of Native American, indigenous Americans is like a clan system. Everyone's very, very close for necessity, right? So his way of communicating was much different than mine. And I didn't really know how to integrate my Jersey Shore way of communicating. I didn't know how to integrate it with his Canadian Blackfoot way of communicating. So I just chose to be silent. But as I watched him, I started to learn, and it like motivated me to study more. And the other thing I realized was